Hello everybody and welcome to Epcot on kind of a special day. Today is actually October 1st, 2017, which marks the anniversary for Epcot as 35 years in operation. Today's also Magic Kingdom's, what is it, 46th? 46th anniversary, but who cares about 46? 35 is where it's at. So we just got into the park. We're going to see if there's anything special going on. There's apparently a pop-up shop for just the 35th anniversary merchandise, which I think we just found the line for.
We're going. It's right here.
Yeah. We're actually going to try and see what this line is for. Oh, it's to get into the old Innovations building, or Innovations. Innovations? The sign's gone. I don't remember how to say it. But it's to get into the building, which is usually used for any type of extra stuff. Like when they do Flower and Garden Festival and they do food and wine, they usually end up pushing people in here. So that makes sense. All right. We just went ahead and left Rachel in line because we're going to head over to the Imagination Emporium and see if we can pick up that pop figure for Figment. Oh, I hadn't even mentioned, there's actually a Funko pop figure for Figment that we're going to try and pick up one of for our collection. Try and be able to usually get, what is this, a line for, I guess, for coffee? I understand it's early, but are there other things you want to do once you get into a park and just get coffee? Anyhow, so we're going to head over here and see if we can pick up a figure. We're supposed to sell it here as well as in Mouse Gears. And while Mouse Gears is behind me a little bit closer, I feel like they're not going to head all the way over here to this place first. So you give that a shot and see how bad it is. So far it's looking promising. There's no line outside, nothing crazy like that. I'm really hoping it's the same way inside. Ooh, the Pixar short film fest is playing Piper right now. I love that one. I might have to stop in there and go watch that today. There we are, ImageWorks. That's what it's called. I keep forgetting it's called ImageWorks. And there's a line. I think this is exactly where we want to be. We just got out of the Mouse Gears. We actually went from ImageWorks and we headed over to Mouse Gears to check out the Funko, the pop figure, as well as the Magic Bands. And that was the most disorganized thing I think I've ever seen in my life. We were in one line and they had us go to another line to try and be able to get it, and then they directed us into the wrong line. It was everywhere, but we were able to pick one up. Let's see. And there it is. That's pretty neat.
He's cute.
Okay. So I went and picked myself up one for our collection, and then we picked up one for my friend who wasn't able to make it over early enough. And we also got our new Magic Bands. Rachel and I are upgrading. I've got my Pandora one on today, but we've got the 35th anniversary one now. Excited. That's where it's at. I love that.
It says Epcot on that side.
And seeing that Epcot's my favorite park, I figured it makes sense. But now we've got our stuff. We got out of that place. It was madhouse, absolute madhouse. I know I said in the last video that the Emporium was madhouse that day. What I just went through was terrible. It was just like 5 different lines. There were 3 different starts to each line. They all went in separate directions. Nobody had any idea where everybody was going or what they were doing. But we're out of the line, and now we're gonna try and see what else we want to do. I can imagine the wait lines here aren't great because there's so many people today.
Probably not, no.
Probably not. So we're gonna go see what we can do and check out inside of like Innovations and see what else there is to see today. I'm gonna give you guys an idea of what it's like inside of Mouse Gear right now. So here's some of the line for the outside, which already does one loop. Excuse me. We'll head inside. Here you go. This is how bad it is in here right now. Excuse me. This is how bad it is. So this line, which is what we were in, it starts over there at the very end where the door is, and it stretches all the way around here. Comes around here, splits into 2, heads down this way. Let's see if I can show you guys how bad it is. And here you go. It stands all the way down here and it splits into 2 lines down this way. And what they did is they had us go on the wrong line on this side when we're supposed to be over to the left. So we ended up getting to a register and just go ahead and check it out. But it hangs there, hangs to the left, and then it zigzags back across that wall. And if you look closely, you can see it actually all the way to the left, back over to the registers where you see that big Mickey on the wall. Now I just listened to a guy say that this line right here that I'm walking by isn't even for the Funko Pops or the Magic Bands anymore. It's actually for something completely different. So now there's that. So we're gonna head outside and just get away from the lines. band play. So I used to like go into the training room whenever I used to have like jazz class and stuff like that. I would actually go in and go listen to them all play. So that right there is just amazing. What we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and try and get ourselves a pin now and see how bad that is. I mean, the line doesn't look as bad. Oh, is that for the pin? Oh my. I don't know. We're gonna see where we can find this pin now. Yep, it's just as I thought. There's the pin station right here, and this is the line for it.
We have 3 battery backup followers, so
this thing just spans way down there. We started our life over there, at the end of that line. We've traveled this way. Many moons have passed. We horseshoed around. We came over here. We've waited this way, and now here I stand. I'm so close. I can even feel some fan air conditioning. We did it. The lines are over, and now we can show you guys what we came and picked up for ourselves. All right, on top of this exquisite trash can, this is what we picked up. I went ahead and got one of the Password limited release pins. A nice 35 on there, and it's got Walt Disney actually showing off the first designs for Epcot when it was first announced. So I love that. That is awesome. And then Rachel got the limited release for the Living Seas, Sea Base Alpha, and that's supposed to be the diver, I guess, when they used to have them dive actually down inside of that tank. And there's the Seas emblem right there. That's really cool. So this is what we got. Not too bad. So we've done it. We've made it past all the lines for merchandise. I don't want to buy another thing in a store today. I don't need to see another register to buy a shirt.
So I know.
I'm all merchandised out. So now we can actually go and be able to pick something up from the best place in the park, the freest place in the park, the coolest place in the park. You know what I'm talking about. It's a must stop every time you come to Epcot. It's Club Cool. I mean you have to. It's free. Why would you not? The man behind us is free soda. That's crazy. No, that's good one. There we go. I heard somebody saying that they have a rite of passage to try Beverly. She's trying Beverly. Oh, I got you a cup. Melon Frosty. Give that one to the Wiggle. There you go. And I'm gonna get my personal favorite.
that's the one you're telling me when you tried with the
Bebo. Inside of here, inside of Club Cool, if you come over here where this lady is patiently waiting to sell things, you can actually come in and pick up like what, freezies pros, whatever you want to call them, slushy things. And they have like a raspberry and they have a Coca-Cola one, but if it's your birthday, they are no longer $7, it's free. So if you come in and they see your little birthday badge, because you can of course get a button that says, it's my birthday, celebrate, give me stuff, they'll give you stuff. And they'll give you a free Coca-Cola icy slushy. It's a good deal. While we're waiting to come to the next place, we're in the light line. Hello. Look at this. It's like being in a club or a lab made of light, maybe? It's pretty cool. I love this. Nothing says futuristic to me like neon. It's like old stuff is neon. Like, you think like the 1940s, 1950s is neon, but then future is neon, because Tron is neon. So this is the future. They change colors. Oh my. Guys, they change colors. They're changing colors right now. Slow zoom, changing colors. Show me. Oh man. Come on, get that color. There we go. Get them colors. Look at them colors. What? These change colors? Everything changes colors in here. So it looks like what you've got in the light lounge is you've got like little lit up drinks. Like her drink is doing a little jig. That one's doing a jig. The boba? There's boba. Okay, so there's boba in lit up drinks. That's what you're looking at in here. There's a donut. The man's got a donut. Coming out of the light lounge and, or the light lab. It's not the light lounge, it's the light lab. I've been saying it wrong the entire time. The light lab. Coming out of it. The world looks so much more bland now. That place satisfied my love for neon, to an extent. Now, there's no neon out here. It's very underwhelming. I'm gonna have to go find some more neon somewhere this morning. Well, we're headed back into the store for the Imagination Emporium, and Journey into Imagination is at a 30-minute wait. I mean, it's outside, which I want to say is longer than what a usual wait is for this ride. But we're gonna come back here and check and see what kind of line is left for the Figment Hops. Are there any left? Are there people still here? Have they burned it down in a rage for a riot? Let's find out. Here's where I was in line, and the entire line's gone. It looks like they've gone through all of the pop figures. So it's a good thing we got over to the store while it was still going on. All right. On tube to the left, to the right. Put your Figment in my tube. Put him in there. Okay? I can't. Man, I'm sure I can't be alone here, but whenever I come to these parks and I see just how crystal clear this water is and just how hot Florida is, I want to come over here and just jump in. Like, I don't even care if there's rocks at the bottom. There's a little bit of a drop. I just want to just dive right into that water. It's got to be comfortable, right? You swim over the water, go up the little waterfall. You know, what do you think? We just headed back inside of Mouse Gear for a second to see if these lines have dissipated at all. And it's looking like they've completely gone away. It looks like Figment's completely gone. I don't know about any Magic Bands anymore, but yeah, it looks like they've completely sold through everything. Yep, it looks like this register over here is actually completely out of Magic Bands, and this is what they have for merchandise at this very second. I'm sure it'll be replenished a little bit later on in the day, but you got visors, you got hats, this gray shirt. Yeah, what's kind of cool about these visors though is that the backside isn't like the colors. It's pretty neat. You have those couple things, and you have a couple over here as well. You got Figment. These I really like, but they don't have them in my size. I really like this because at the end of each one of the hands, or the sleeve, is that. So we're actually just going to go ahead and try and jump on a ride, and we're thinking, well, why don't we just do all the rides that were here when the park opened, like kind of like in celebration of the 35th anniversary. But when we think about it, there's no more Horizons. Universe of Energy just closed. World of Motion is now test track. The land is now Soarin'. I mean, they still have like the gardens area and stuff like that, but Soarin' wasn't there when they opened up. And then when you have the Seas, has the Nemo ride. The only thing that is still, for the most part, original is this. It's the only thing that we can think of that the actual attraction is still like it was original. I mean, there's Journey into Imagination, but that has changed drastically, not for the better. So we're gonna go ahead and hit Spaceship Earth, 15-minute wait too, not bad.
Welcome aboard. On the map in front of you, please show us where you're from while we input your time travel coordinates. Now locate the monitor overhead to the right. Make sure your face is clearly visible and wait for the flash. Good. Sending photos to the future.
Hey guys, look, it's President Truman. How's it going, Prez?
Remember how easy it was to learn your ABC?
Thank you.
Rome falls, and the great library of Alexandria in Egypt is burned. Much of our learning is destroyed, lost forever.
Oh, it wasn't destroyed.
It turns out there are copies of some of these books in the libraries of the Middle East. Now,
Fun fact, the two of them was actually the husband and wife from the Carousel of Progress. There's Tara and the man's name that I don't remember.
Here we are, a truly global community.
Earth. Fun fact, this is actually the top of the ball or on top of Spaceship Earth, and this is exactly where I have always wanted the ride to break down and there have to be a walk-off. I want to see this entire area, this entire dome lit up. It'd be incredible. But alas, it looks like today is not the day.
The end, or should I say the beginning, of your future.
Spot on. So for that ride, other than the fact that it's got the video in the car at the very end, like the in-car video where it shows your faces and like the future, it's relatively stayed the same from what it used to be. But when you go on your way down, where they used to have all of the all that video and they show you the future, it actually used to be like there was a kid with like a video game switching the character over and over, and they're like, oh, it's crazy that you would be able to do that. There was also the amazing futuristic idea of being able to talk to somebody through video chat. So like what you do on FaceTime was an entire piece up in there that they would showcase to show that that was a possibility for the future. But it's just, that's the only one that's actually stayed, for the most part, true to the original. But after riding the ride, we went in and got the stuff we wanted to, saw some of the 35th. The only thing that there really is for the 35th anniversary here is they're going to do a specialty fireworks event tonight. And they're also doing, of course, a lot of 35th anniversary merchandise. But we got what we came for. We're going to be headed out from here. So what I'm going to do is, there we go, this bottom down here, I'm going to do right here, do a subscribe button. Next to that, I'm actually going to have a link to my Instagram where you guys can keep up with me between videos and kind of see like behind the scenes of each video and what's going on in between them. A little bit of content right there. And then up here is going to be a link to my most recent video. So until next week, I will see you guys then. It's a minivan.